Hello children. Today we start with history lesson number 1, how, when and where. The first point is how important are dates. Before I start my first point, let me tell you this. Last year you studied about medieval history. This year you are going to study about British era. So how British came and what was their intention and how they succeed in India. We are going to study in this whole history. So before that, we have to understand how, when and where. These are the three things are very important in history. How, when and where. So let me begin with first point. How important are dates? As you know, history needs a dates, right? So if you see history, we see the dates and we feel boring because it is all about memory. So we feel very boring when we talk about the dates. Actually, history is comparison of past and present. How things were in the past and how things have changed. We in this point, in this way, we can understand history. For example, when you bring tea, that time you think or you have to know, ask your question to you. When the tea came to India, who started the tea, how it produced, how the tea plantation started in India, or when you are going in railway, how this railway started, when it come, whether it is useful or not. So you can ask questions to yourself, like curiosity can be gained, increased because of this. So there are the two sets of the question, when and how. So history is associated with the dates and which make comparison easier. So it is very important to ask the question to yourself. By that you will understand what history begins, right? So two parts are important here, when and how. How part always talk for the reason and when part of a date we are asking for. History is nothing but it is associated with the dates and which make comparing easy, right? So further we'll go. Please see these lines what I highlighted. There can be no one clear date for the process. We did not have a solid historical proof to determine the actual date or a time. Therefore, we have to be rely on an appropriate period over the particular changes become visible, right? For example, we cannot fix one single date on which British rule was established. We know that East India Company came into India first time in 1600. Then they started ruling from 1757 onwards. As you know, East India Company came, right? So, but we can't fix one date which rule British started, and we haven't appropriate date for this. I hope you understand what I am telling. Next topic is so crucial, that is what, which dates. Next topic, what I highlighted, please focus on that, what I highlighted. Now which dates? For example, if I am telling 1600 does makes any sense if it is not arrived at the date of East India Company, right? So 1600 is when the date, how can we understand 1600 only? By that, when East India Company came to India, then only we understand this 1600, the importance of 1600, right? If we focus on this to study changes, if we begin to new issue or a new setup or a date will appear significant meaning, or if we give an important to particular event. The event is important when the date is given. Otherwise, the event is not important because of the date. So due to that, we can create an importance of particular date. I hope I make a sense. Personally, I read this line, I feel when I read this line, I feel there are many events which are not recognized in history because of they haven't given an importance. So then due to this, which we must miss so many important dates. Now, other example, most of the history in India, mostly written by the history historians, by the most of the British historians, mostly history, whatever in India history is written, it is written by the British historians. Check this line, please. Right? So I hope you are getting me. They rule in India, British rule in India, and they are quite educated, So they are quite educated, so they written history, and the history begins with the writing. The rule was first Governor General Warren Hastings and ended with the last Viceroy Lord Mountbatten. You can see the picture on figure number 3 about Lord Warren Hastings. Please open your textbook, by that you can understand easily. Most of this content are associated with the personalities, their activities, their policies, etc., and their achievement even, etc. And it was if there is nothing outside their lives that was important for us to you must know about these things. So I think this is not a right to draft the history. You will you know what is important to write in history. You have to write the history of the different ways, such as different groups and classes in India, in society, with the format of governor and generals. Then we come to know about all the history properly. When we read history or a story, we have to divide into chapters. So when we read history or a story, we have to divide into chapters. By that it can be easily understand. Sometimes we have to format the pictures, and most of the time in the story, because the characters play a very important role, so we have to put an image so that what the problem. So the history written by British historian mostly contain around till the life of British governor and generals, and there is a life of their lavish. They written about their lavish style, their lives, how they achieve. They written all this there in their history. They not focus on Indians, right? So they have no they do not put all the activities of Indians, simply not fit in that. So they have no shape. Hence we need to another format for history. All events are relevant to India. We have to make all relevant events of India, not of the British. This means that the old dates will be no longer have been significant that the earlier had. So new setup dates will be more important to know. We read just begin of the more important event. Automatically the date will associated with the event begin. Therefore we have to understand the important dates well, and because of that the dates play a vital role. Right. Let me discuss one more point. How do we periodize? If we have to make a format of history, how to set up the timeline to look at a particular approach. One great thing done by the James Mill in 1817. He was Scottish economist and political philosopher. He divided Indian history into the 3 periods: Hindu, Muslim and British. The reason behind was that before British came to India, the Hindu and Muslim ruled the country, which is true. With all this, the reason, James Mill thought only the all Indian society or all ancient society were at a lower level of civilization than the European societies. So he also felt that India could be civilized. India should do necessary changes by introducing the European manners, art, institution, and even a law. Basically, what progress and civilized the time before British rule, India was in the darkness, full darkness because of the Mughals. I can't say Mughals, but that time the Mughals were ruling, so we can say Mughals. This means that India, after the British arrived in India, they got progressed and civilized. This meaning will not expectable today, because can we refer any period for the Hindus and Muslims? We can't refer like because of Hindus, because of Muslims. We can't refer like this. So both forth exist together in this period. That time Hindus are also there and Muslims were also there. Best example I can give you that Akbar. Akbar was such a person who tolerates Hindu. He is such a great ruler you can't imagine in the Indian history. He tolerates all the Hindu, and let me tell you that in his court, finance minister was Hindu only. That name was Tormal. So that no point can be categorized on the basis of religion for the rulers. Hence, we discussed the British classification of history. Another division, please go through the page number 4, what I am discussing now. So, by this we can come to know another division come up in Indian history, divided into ancient, medieval and modern. This is because the ancient, medieval and modern, these three periods were developed in the society, divided by the historians only. How can we recognize the history? So they divided into all three periods, what we studied last year. And this modern period is how the society developed and moves towards the science, reasons and democracy, liberty and equality. But again this kind of division had a problem, as according to this division we can say the society is moving towards the modern, right, or into the modern. That was completely true because of the modern period associated with the British rule, and not a completely true, but because of this modern period is completely depend on the British rule. And we can see at the time of British, people do not have equality, freedom, liberty, nor even economic and progress. So that is why we can't say the British rule was a very that modern period, or we can say the British rule is a colonial period. So historian given the meaning, the British rule is nothing but a colonial period. That next point we are going to study about the colonial, right?